Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights and welcome to another Two for Tuesday, that easy open tag that I invite all channels to participate in. It's very easy to do. Just grab a couple of knives and talk about them. Well, I got to start off with just a little bit of a housekeeping note here. The creative juices just haven't been flowing the last few days, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for a Two for Tuesday. And then I got to thinking, I've got a couple of really large fixed blade knives, and maybe it'd be fun to show them. And before we get into these wonderful large fixed blades here, I got to say, I got this wonderful card here from Tobias Gibson, wishing me a most triumphant Groundhog's Day. It brings back a little bit of a memory because I had a music teacher when I was in school, and Groundhog's Day was his favorite holiday because it wasn't all commercialized like a lot of the other holidays. So thank you, Tobias, for the wonderful card and the nice sentiment that you wrote inside of it. And also, look at this. I got a Don't Get Eaten by a Bear Foundation in partnership with Knife Chats with Tobias. And look at that. He even has a large fixed blade on this sticker. So we're very lucky here in Iowa. We don't have a bear population. However, I did read a story here about a month ago that perhaps we've got a population that's moving down into eastern Iowa along the Mississippi River, and they expect in the next few years for some bears to maybe get established there and have some dens and have some young'uns there. So perhaps the bears will move back into Iowa. They were here at one time, but there haven't been any native to the state for many, many years. Well, I got this Buck 124, and this is the anniversary knife in honor of my father, in memory of my father, with his year of birth and date of death, year of death, 1930 to 2024. My father, Alan. And again, this was a gift to me from the knife community when Dad passed away here last May. And Byron from Splitting Slices kind of spearheaded the effort. And I know there was a whole lot of people throughout the knife community that contributed to this. And once again, I just want to say how thankful I am for that. So you get this big 124 in your hand. You're going to get it rubbed off there. Needs polished up. It's amazing, that brass. Anyway, look at that. Look at that in your hand. That's a knife, as they said. That's a big knife. But when you lay it down next to this Bolo here, and a Bolo is from the Philippines, I was stationed over there in the 80s and picked up this Bolo. Look at that wicked clip point on it. And you set that next to the 124 and it makes the 124 look kind of tiny, doesn't it? Just amazing. So here's the sheath for the 124. It's got the wraparound style up here. Other than that, a standard black buck sheath. And you turn them around on the back. This sheath is proudly made in America. Some of the buck sheaths are made in Mexico, but this one is made in America. And it's always got the model number on the back side, 124. So this is one big hefty knife, though. It really is. On the Bolo, it's more of a scabbard, not a sheath. And here it is, and so the way this is designed is you stick this down in there, such as that, and you push it over, and it locks in place, or it should. Now, the wood is starting to crack, because this is that Philippine mahogany, and because of the humidity differences in that, it has a tendency to crack. It's not kiln dried. I need to do a little bit of a repair to this sheath. But that's how they carried them. And this simple little rope around here, they just tie this around their waist, and that's how they would, the natives would carry the Bolo. And I was very fortunate to go out and do some jungle survival training with some of them there, and they were just absolutely amazing. We talk about, bushcrafting skills. Well, this is skills that they've been using for hundreds, if not thousands of years. They own the jungle. The jungle is theirs. And the things that they could do with this very large knife, they could do, they could choke way up on it and do little small tasks using the point here. Or a lot of what they used it for was cutting bamboo. But I think this, here, no tang stamp, but they did simply engrave Philippines in there. And then it's got thick brass guard here. And then this hand-carved wood handle. And you can see it's starting to crack a little bit too. Again, you're taking it out of that wet, humid environment over there, and so that wood has a tendency to crack. So I need to get it wiped down again. Get it oiled up. Maybe it'll help keep it from cracking so much. But anyway, you could cut down small trees with this, and I have actually taken it out on camping trips with me and used it, taken it instead of a small hand axe. And a tree, 3-4 inches in circumference, why, you can cut a little small tree down or cut branches off with this knife here. It's rumored that they made these blades out of old leaf springs off of vehicles, so they're carbon steel. And these are all handmade. The one thing I do know is they just didn't have much for power tools over there, so I think they hand forged the blades and did all the artwork and all of that on here. Did that all by hand. So that's a knife that I've actually taken out and used, and you can tell, scratched up, beat up. Yeah. Now this one here, the 124, well, this particular knife here, being a commemorative knife, this will never get used. I don't think this will ever get used. This is one fantastic family heirloom. Again, we got the brass guard and pommel, and then the wood handle here is ebony. So you can go on to Buck's website, check out the 124, and as it says here, this one came from the custom shop. You have all kinds of options on handle material and that with the 124. Oh, I should point out that 124, it is full tang and it's exposed. So yeah, that's one beefy knife. Got a choil down there. Yeah, awesome knife. Both of these knives are awesome. Well, this is something I just kind of threw together. Again, 2 for Tuesday. Grab a couple knives and talk about them. Thanks for watching, and go out and have a very delightful day. Whoops, hold on just a minute here. I'm inserting this. I'm going to put this in. I was going to check the blade lengths on these. I forgot to do that. I ended the video, but I just wanted to check something out here. So our normal way of checking the blade size is just simply measure. Oh boy, this is so long. So, let's just use the tape measure. We got right at 13 inches here on this blade. And just under 6 3/4 on this blade. So, but what I wanted to see was actually cutting edge. So I got this here. So it's not just the blade length, but as you wrap it around, what's our cutting edge, and it kind of ends right there. So what do we got? We got about a 12 3/4 inch cutting edge on this one. And let's check out our buck here real quick. It's not coming around the best. I guess a piece of string might have worked better, but roughly like that. And we've got about a 6.5, was that 6.5? About a 6.5 inch cutting edge, if I did that right. Let's try this again. Roughly like that. Yep, right at 6.5 inches. So I just thought I'd insert this in the video. Kind of curious what the actual cutting edge was.